Took my love, took it down, climbed the mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can't shine in my heart white above. Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the season of my life?
Thank you. Friends and family, please be seated. On behalf of Mackenzie and Martin, thank you all for being here. It was wonderful to be able to meet Mackenzie's friends. So grateful that you're here. And Mackenzie's family, near and far, Martin's family from near and far, thank you. My name is Steve LeBaron. I've had both the blessing, challenge, and adventure of being Mackenzie's dad. I love this girl very much. And I'm so grateful for Martin, who has brought great happiness into her life. I'll introduce a few friends and family first. First, from Martin's side of the family, Mom and Dad, Bryce and Shandella Servo. Martin's maternal grandmother, Sandy Dixon, and Martin's brothers, Landon and Max, and friend and best man, Ben Race. Thank you. Thank you. On Mackenzie's side, my sweetheart and Mackenzie's mother, Cynthia LeBaron, and Mackenzie's maternal grandparents, Mom and Dad Smith, Marty Kay and Marty Smith. And then Mackenzie's sister over here to the side, Brooklyn, and her husband, Brandon, over here, keeping them apart for a little bit. And then Mackenzie's best friend and maid of honor, Heidi Hudson. Thank you. Once again, and then in addition to that, I've had the opportunity to meet many aunts, uncles, and cousins and friends. Once again, thank you all for being here. This is a big deal. This is Mackenzie and Martin's wedding, and we're here to celebrate. But of course, while I have your attention, I'm going to torture you with a few words. And I'll warn you in advance. Where do you want?
Senators.
I'll be center.
Oh, I'm center.
There we go. All right, thanks. Thanks, Alan. Mackenzie's dad's always been a little off center. There we go. Awesome. So yes, it's going to get a little bit much. In fact, we're going to start off with a poem that Mackenzie's maid of honor, Heidi, can read.
I love you, not only for who you are, but for what I am when I am with you. I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of you that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heart and passing over all the foolish things that you can't help, dimly seeing there and drawing out into the light all beautiful belongings that no one else has looked quite far enough to find. You have done it with a touch, or without a touch, without a word, without a sign. I love you.
So it shares in this poem, when two people decide that they want to make a commitment to get married, it takes a kind of love more than just swept off your feet. And it's Mackenzie, who, when she was small, her nickname was Tigger, and she loves Disney. Now, there's a word for Twitter-pated, but it takes more than just being Twitter-pated to want to decide to make a commitment in marriage. It's when you start to decide that you care more about the happiness of your spouse or your sweetheart than of yourself. So I want to share a few thoughts, but before I do, I'd like you each to look this way. As you begin this journey of marriage, of course you're there for each other, but everybody here, there's so much love and kindness and support in this room, it just makes me smile. And we're here for you today, to celebrate today, but here for all the tomorrows as well. All right, now for my advice. This is scary. Mackenzie's probably very, very worried. She should be. I'm her dad. A dad's job is to embarrass a daughter, but I'm going to try my best not to, because I want this to be an absolutely wonderful and special day for Mackenzie. In a few moments, Mackenzie and Martin will take their vows, and they will solemnize their marriage. And in a sense, they're saying, I do. I do love you. I do promise to care about you more than anyone else in this world. I do promise to make you the most important thing in this world. But saying I do today is just the beginning. And there's lots of I do's that you'll say tomorrow and forever to make this a strong and wonderful and happy marriage. First of all, you'll say I do when you listen. As I would, there was a book that I would read, and the book would ask, I've read it many times, it would say, if there was one thing that you could do better in your life that would help all the relationships that you have, what would it be? And every time I examine myself, it's listen. As you listen, you show your love for your spouse, and you say, I do. And if you ever forget this, just look in the mirror. You've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you talk. You also say, I do, when you put yourself in your other shoes. And the reminder for this is when you look in the closet. So if you seem to forget that, or you feel your spouses have forgotten it, say, try on my shoes and walk around for a little bit. And I'm not sure if you can understand this, so I'm going to tell a little story. Years ago, I spent time in Japan and had the opportunity to live there and to speak Japanese. And after I was married, I had an opportunity to take your mom to Japan. At this time, Mackenzie was Tigger. She was about probably 2.5 years old, and every time she got excited about something, she would just bounce up and down. But at that time, I took her mom to Japan, and I thought, how can I make this an amazing experience for Cynthia? I really tried to put myself in her shoes. If it was my way, I'd go yak with all my friends that we were going to visit for hours and hours in Japanese. I'd go have sushi. I'd do all things that your mom does not enjoy. So I thought, all right, how do I make this an experience for your mom? I kept visits short. When we were in conversations, I translated live rather than waiting to the end of the conversation to say, well, here's what they said and what we said. And it involved her in the conversation. And the most amazing thing for me from that experience was I lost myself in making this an amazing experience for your mom. It became the most amazing experience for me. As you lose yourself in caring about your spouse, you will grow and feel more loved than you can ever imagine. You say I do when you look to find ways to help your spouse grow and develop. I've seen Martin do this, I've seen Mackenzie do this. They're amazing at encouraging each other to challenge themselves, to seek their dreams. It's a real strength that both of you have that you're bringing into this marriage. As you care about each other's happiness and help them to grow and develop, it will also bring you great happiness and joy. Just 2 more. You say I do when you say some of the 2 hardest words in a marriage. Mistakes happen. Misunderstandings happen. Those 2 hard words are I'm sorry. Saying I'm sorry is a powerful way to say I do. It'll heal hearts and bring the relationship, make it even stronger. And lastly, you say I do when you continue to date and have fun. Those that know Mackenzie and Martin know that they can giggle and laugh about something that's totally funny to them, and they'll explain it to me, and I'm still not quite getting it. And that's okay. That's when you share something that's absolutely amazing. And taking time to go and share the joy in life, whether it's just going out to dinner, or whether it's going hiking, whatever it is, finding things that you enjoy together and getting away from the stresses of life and continue to and court is so very important, especially when life gets crazy. Now with these thoughts and all the love that's in this room, we now give you time to exchange vows and solemn I swear. So I have these two little books here. Hers. Who's going first?
Please forgive me if I cry or stutter. Martin, you're the Evangeline to Fire Ray. You're my best friend. You're someone I can look to for guidance and kindness no matter what. I love how happy you are around the dogs. And how trusting you are. With dogs, you probably shouldn't be. Especially that giant one next door. I adore your sense of wonder when you take me to aquariums and zoos. I'm so happy that I get to share that with you. I'm so proud of all of your hard work, both at work and at home. And I couldn't ask for a better partner to share my life with. And I can't open the book. You've helped me to grow and realize how loved and valued I am by those around me. You've helped me with jobs and doctors. You have so much to give, and I promise to give all that I can back. Sometimes I sit and think about how crazy the past 5 years have been, but I would not give up a single second. That led up to that first convention we met at. I'm so happy I came back in 2016 and that we became fast friends. I've loved you ever since we went to the zoo up in Washington. It was slow and creepy, but I didn't expect it. I promise to surprise you every so often and keep life fun and interesting. Even though it can get pretty boring. Sitting around playing League and watching Netflix. I vowed to only fill half of our house with bugs. And to start actually changing toilet paper. I promise to love and care for you and to always be honest, kind, patient, and forgiving. I am so proud to be your loving wife, and I am so ecstatic to discover what is next in our lives. I'm thrilled that our every day will be together on this adventure. I love you so much.
Mackenzie, the love of my life. I love when you get really excited over cute dogs that you see on the phone. And I love the affection and patience you show with our dogs. And I especially love when I can make you laugh so hard that you smile. You calm me down after stressful days at work. And you help motivate me even when you don't have motivation yourself. I still remember how electrified I felt when I finally asked you to date me. After spending an entire weekend with you at a convention, we returned to our homes, me in Colorado, you in Washington. The first night was torture. My mind was racing with all the memories from the weekend. And I longed to spend more time with you. On the second night back, my mind was still abuzz with emotions, both happy and sad. At about 3 a.m., I had finally put my emotions into work and sent you a 2-paragraph text that you didn't respond to until the morning, of course, asking if you would date me. And I'm so happy you said yes. I vow to support you, be patient, respectful, and listen to you. And I vow to do my best to share my feelings with you, good, bad, and the ugly. But most importantly, I vow to work every day at keeping and growing the love that's between us.
All right. Happy, hold this for a second. Sign up for it. There you go. So you'll sign right there. Both of you on this one. And this one. And then you'll also sign there. Both. Oh, are you right? You're right. Okay. Well, that makes it official. Would you like to exchange rings? All right. Congratulations. Friends, family, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Serple. And now the moment that Martin's been waiting for, to kiss in front of everybody. Here we go. All right, go ahead. This husband and wife may count kiss. Congratulations. And I invite you all to stand.
All the way to